Hi, I'm Alex and you're here to watch CEO Girl Tips so I can tell you more about the world of jobs and internships. Welcome back to my channel where I post weekly videos on company culture, how to get an amazing team and how to work smarter. Before we move forward, don't forget to give some love to the subscribe button so that you can stay up to date with the latest tips that I have for you. This may be a longer video, but as you may know, it's a subject that interests a lot of us and I think it's time to discuss it properly. In today's video, I want to talk about something that's very important to a lot of us, and that is remote work and how it's changing the future of work. Some of you have experienced it before, but some of you haven't done it until 2020, and everybody did their best. Even the ones that were working remotely before, they would either be digital nomads or they could socialize or go to a coffee shop to work from or go to a co-working space. But in 2020, the new reality hit and everybody had to adapt to it. After almost a year with imposed remote working, I'm hearing a lot of you saying, no way I'm going back to working from an office. I've even seen content like this on Vice saying that remote work is going to kill a lot of industries like public transportation. Honestly, I don't think it will happen, but actually lead to very cool stuff. Now, let me tell you something. I've worked remotely for a couple of years now and I know nobody who hates the office more than I do. However, in 2020, going to an office was the only thing that I think kept me sane. I didn't get depressed, I didn't have to spend 24/7 with myself, nor was I forced to get a cat. Life just ran smoothly. In 2019 and the years before, a big chunk of people that would work remotely, they would work from a co-working space. Therefore, they would enjoy one of the most important things, the people of these communities. Even if people are going to continue working remotely from their home office, they will still need to socialize, they will still need to meet other people, go to a coffee shop, go to a theater. However, I think the normal that everybody is talking about and the normal that everybody wants to go back to will be different than what we knew, and nothing will be the same. When it comes to remote work and how it pushes things to change, I would dare to make a couple of assumptions. The first one is about jobs. I think companies will have to start being more clear and being more precise on what they want and what they're looking for, because I think competencies and hard skills is something that's very hard to find nowadays. And it is hard to find because a lot of people, they just got a bunch of random jobs and they were not trying to build skills but actually get by. Therefore, moving forward, I think companies will be looking for very qualified people. The micro specializations, as some of you call it. People who are good at something, not at everything. And if salaries are gonna match, that's something we will see. Nothing is lost, and I think there's still time for you to build hard skills if you want to stay relevant on the job market. And to be honest with you, the prediction has been made a long time ago when LinkedIn or Coursera would push you to build X skill with X course and so on, but none of you did it, or many of you didn't do it. If you didn't find it relevant then, maybe you will find it relevant now. The second one is regarding personal development. If people are not going to go to an office with face-to-face meetings, they will not socialize or meet their colleagues, I think this will push them to learn more about what they want to do and what they like to do, both personally and professionally. But you may ask, why now? Because before, as an individual, you would be at work from 10 to 6 because I know nobody who works from 9 to 5. And maybe after work, you would just go to the gym, read a book, meet some friends, and then the week would be over. But now you have time to drink your coffee, do a morning dance, take a nap at noon, dream. And this will happen mostly because you would either want to get more organized or you would want to spend more time with your friends and family. Remote work is going to push us to do some small investments like investing in ourselves. I predict that the hobbies industry is going to explode, like, I don't know, hiking, gym, mountain climbing, traveling, whatever. This brings me to a point where a happy culture with Friday drinks at work and crazy team buildings where companies just splash a bunch of money and brings no good to anybody will transform to a culture where companies will invest more into transforming their employees into better people. As I have never agreed with companies that push people to come to an office and to get their job done, the new we invest in people and help you become what we want you to be, into we invest in people and we help you become who you want to be. And I think companies will have to look into their resources, into how they can help you become a better person and how you can still fit in the company with all your transformation going on, and not vice versa. I don't know if you agree with me or not, but I think a bunch of people, if you strip them from their professional jacket, they have no idea what they want to do or what they like to do, and many of them have no proper hobbies because walking in a park is not a proper hobby. Therefore, they have no idea how they can invest their time and how can they can invest their resources when they're not at work. This is why I think a proper introspection will be good, because I think companies can think of a million ways on how they can invest in you, but if they do stuff that you don't like or things that will not help you grow, I think it's totally pointless. Number 3, and this is one of my favorite topics. People will start working smarter. And what does this mean? In many companies, like, there are no KPIs or OKRs, so employees, they just get a bunch of things done. No way of tracking progress, no way of tracking what they do, and most importantly, no focus. When you are working from an office, and even if you're not working from an office and you get things done from home, if you don't have a proper schedule, a routine, and so on, I think you will end up doing a bunch of things that you think are important, but at the end of the day, who may not bring that much value. So besides OKRs and KPIs, working smarter is also important when it comes to how much you are working. As keeping your eyes on prize will help you from being distracted and actually focus your energy on important things. This will prevent you from working 8+ hours even when you're working remotely. Remember when I told you to work in sprints? If you haven't seen the video, you can watch it here. In my opinion, and I know it's a long discussion, managers should define jobs based on how well you're doing your job, not based on how many hours you are working. For example, nobody has to be available 24/7 if they've done their job or if they finished their job in just a couple of hours. This brings me to my first point when it comes to hiring people with hard skills, because these are the people that will get things done fast and well because they understand that time is precious. If you don't believe me, Australia and New Zealand is already pushing people to work 4 days a week and even take Wednesdays off. And if you want to read more about it, I will leave a link in the description below. Another company that has pioneered this 4 days a week work is, of course, Mindvalley. I will leave a link of the podcast in the description below, where Vishen Lakiani talks about how they do this. Last but not least, number 4, trips. I know you are thinking, when and if I'm gonna talk about this. I know the dream of every digital nomad is to travel continuously and never stop, but I think many of us feel the need of settling down or at least have a base. Remote work is definitely gonna push people to travel more. However, there are 2 things that definitely need to change. Number 1, company policies on how you can work remotely. And I know a lot of companies, they don't let you work remotely from a different country, or they can even GPS track your computer to know if you're working from home or not. Number 2, people habits and values. You know, working remotely is definitely not one of the easiest things to do, even if it may seem like this, because it involves a lot of structure and auto-discipline. And if you don't have this, it's very easy to get into vacay mode. A proper van like this one here, that is made especially for digital nomads, and not only. Trips may actually get people be more energetic even if they're working or not, because then they will not have to rush all their holidays days into Christmas or Easter, where they spent a lot of time with friends and family and boring relatives. That was it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'm very curious about what do you think of remote work. How do you think it's going to impact the future of work? Because I have a lot of theories. A couple of them I already told you in this video here. Please don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section below, and if you like it, give a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!